was there in the world. Did y'all see the pastor on there telling folks to close the door? A pastor. Just right off top, that's a crazy position in life. I'm here to teach you something that I don't even know. I'm gonna hold you accountable for it. I don't know. To me, that's obvious a scam. Why everybody else can't see that that's church stuff and all that is a scam? I don't know. Cause it's so easy for me to see. He obviously scamming the people. Him and every other pastor. But I thought that was wild. Dudes up there asked for money and all that. Somebody closed. And then he got up there and said how rich he was and all that, and how he wouldn't need to do no funny shit to get no money and third. But if you super rich, why didn't you just put the money up, for one? And then for two, why was it such a serious thing? Why was that sermon so serious for you to close the door and all that? You see what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I think dude tripping just like the rest of the pastors. All of them, I don't say all of them, but like 98% of them is on some bullshit. I seen this one kid, he was a preacher. He was collecting, what do they call it? Tithes. He was collecting tithes on the app. He had an app. I don't know if it was his app or he was just a part of the app. But he was collecting tithes through the app. So people all over the world were able to tithe to his congregation. Right over the app. I was like, wow. That's some other shit. I couldn't be no pastor. Cause I feel like they know the truth a little bit. Some of them. So I feel like they just doing that pastor stuff. It's kind of like they almost trying to be funny. Like they don't really believe in that stuff. You can't be a pastor. I really don't see how you could be a pastor and believe in the Bible and God and all that. Because a pastor, you know about that stuff too much. You read the Bible multiple times, back from the front to the back. You know too much about it to not see that it's some bullshit. That's when everybody becomes so-called atheists. Is when they finally read the Bible. They be like, hold up, this some bullshit. Most of the people that's claiming to be Christians are not even read the Bible before. So I don't know, man. I guess that's a hustle like every other hustle though. If you gonna give your money up for some dumb shit, that's you. Some dude claiming he a representative of God. That's another thing I'll never understand. How come people always talking about they God's child? Technically, wouldn't everybody be God's child? Why are you pointing that out? If we're all God's child, why do you always point out the fact that you're God's child? When we already know everybody is God's child. That's like saying you're God's child. It's like saying I'm a human. I'm a human. It's just like, could you imagine walking up to somebody in the mall and be like, hey man, I'm a human. They probably think you was crazy. Sauce. Y'all want to talk about the sauce thing. Sauce. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Sauce. You got it looking good. So I'm not saying you the one made them move and power moves and all that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm saying however it played out, it got you looking good out here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even lie to you. It got you looking like a boss out here, Sauce. You know, you been looking like a boss, but I'm saying on some more shit though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers play with you, then the next couple of days end up swimming with the fishes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so win, lose, or draw, Saul's got the win. Saul's got the win. Uh, Now, what do I think happened with the whole little situation? Here's what I think happened. I think when the young man got out the car and showed and had his face on the camera and all that and did that part, I think the other young man popped him because the other young man knew he was gonna snitch because his face already being shown and all that. So the other young man was already aware of the fact that he was gonna tell because that video of him switching seats and getting out the car, that was on the news. That was all over everywhere. So I'm sure they even seen it. You know what I'm saying? So he seen dude on that video and was like, oh no, I gotta get him out of here. He gonna tell. That's what I think happened. Because I think if somebody did a hit and then they went to Houston to be in hiding, it wouldn't have happened so fast. They might have got hit down the line once somebody figured out who they were, where they came from, maybe down the line they might have got hit. But Houston is so big, so populated, you can pretty much just blend in, you know what I'm saying? And nobody even know who you are or nothing. So he could have done that, but I feel like his compadre the one popped him. Straight up, that's how I feel. Because he had to tie up that loose end, so they say. He had to do that. See, he's still on the run. He the one tied up that loose end. Sauce and them wouldn't have been able to find dude so fast. And another part of the equation is that was a planned hit. That wasn't no willy-nilly ass shit. They planned that. They said in the plan before they left to go do it, whoever was the leader, he kept saying over and over again. He said it. He said, don't shoot nobody else. We just going after Sayso. Make sure don't nobody else get hit. They said that in the meet. That's why it was so calculated and they went straight for Sayso. And then Sauce just caught around because I think dude felt like he was running up or whatever. But what I'm saying is, I forgot my point. Damn, I gotta reverse. Sayso P. Right, it was calculated. It was calculated, but I don't know. I feel like whoever the other dude is more on that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And he felt like since dude was showing his face and all that, he had to go and get him out of there. That's what I think happened. Oh yeah, that's the point I was finna make. I think probably before they went out there, they probably said, don't shoot nobody else. And whoever, if the rumor is true that Sayso owed some niggas some money or whatever the case was, ran off with the money or whatever. Not saying that's true, but I'm saying if it was, then that would lend an ear to how this shit was handled. Because if it was a big time doughboy or something, he definitely would have told him, "No, don't go out there. Get the target. Get your man. Don't go out there and hit no kids. Don't go out there and hit no nothing. Get your man." If it would have been if that hit would have came down from like a big time doughboy or something, the big time doughboy would have told him not to fucking just randomly shoot anybody. More than likely. So I don't feel like that rumor probably was even true about dude owing some people some money. Cause somebody working with that type of money, 200 bands, ain't finna play with you at all. They ain't even gonna play. Ain't even gonna play no type of game with you like that. Especially if you done ran off with 200 bands. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that particular rumor is not true. Um, and I could be wrong. I don't know. What's going on. I don't know these people. I'm just giving my take on it. Um, Sauce, this shit got Sauce looking good though. However it went, if he ordered it, if somebody from Mississippi, I think somebody from Mississippi ordered it. I think whoever ordered the hit on Sayso, I think that's the same dude, either him or the other shooter. I think really both of them, him and the other shooter, probably just came. Like, I feel like they might have came to an agreement like, we need to get dude out of here. You know what I'm saying? He done showed his face. He gonna start telling and shit. So I feel like if there was a big time doughboy in play with this, or some big time money man in play with this, I think he would have been in agreement with getting dude out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because you ran off with dude money and all that. Hell yeah, he gonna want to get you out. In the streets, you can steal $20 from a mother and get your head knocked off. It ain't in the streets. It ain't even necessarily about the amount of money. I mean, it is about the amount of money, but it really ain't though. It's more about just the principality of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you took this from me. Now I gotta show you. I gotta show you you don't take from me, type of shit. So I feel like if it would have been like some big money man type of shit, then he would be in cahoots with the shooters and all that. And I feel like if a big money man was in cahoots with the shooters, it would have been way less sloppy, way more calculated. You know what I'm saying? Dude wouldn't have took his mask off. Just small things like that. Um, and then again, he might have already told. Maybe that's why he offed himself. Maybe he offed himself because he went and told. He might have told. He might have told and then offed himself. That police ain't gonna necessarily tell you that that you know whoever told or whatever. You ain't gonna know that till you go to court and they understand on your ass. Up until then, they ain't gonna necessarily tell you who done told and this and that. So he might have got jammed up by the police. Nah, that shit would have been all over the news. If he would have got jammed up by the police, that would have been all everywhere. So nah, that's not a good theory. My particular theory that I'm standing on is the other shooter got him out of there because he kind of knew that dude, at some point was going to, you know, fall victim to the bullshit, to this bullshit, telling and all that. So that's what I think happened. I think it was an inside job from the other shooter. And the other shooter wouldn't be that's actually kind of smart. I mean, I don't know if I can call it smart because if you were smart, you wouldn't even got yourself caught up in this whole shit from the gate. But I'm saying in this particular cipher, since you're already in it, that might be a good idea to go ahead and get rid of dude. because dude already showed his face. He doing too much. He done shot the wrong target. Big homie told us before we left, before we finna go do the shit, big homie told us don't hit nobody else. He said especially Sauce Walker. He said that. He said don't hit nobody else, especially Sauce Walker. Y'all go out there and shoot Sauce Walker. So y'all probably had the big man mad at you. And then y'all don't know who. Sauce probably got everybody riding for him. Ain't no telling who riding for Sauce. Sauce got people riding for him. You don't even know they riding for him. You be thinking they don't even like him and shit. They on the internet talking crazy about him or something, but then this shit pop out, they probably ride for him. So I'm just saying, you don't know what in this Sauce a street nigga. So he tied in, he ain't got paper. So he tied into the streets. He ain't like, I don't know about the 500 million and all that. He might have been putting a little spin on it, but he got enough power to make some shit happen. You know what I'm saying? To get he can get 20, 30. He probably can get about 50. He probably get about 50 good soldiers. But think about it. If you got 500 crash outs, you could really change the whole trajectory of this whole country. Fuck a beef. If you got 500 crash outs, 500 privates, let's consider this the new army. You got 500 privates all ready to crash out. You could change the whole trajectory of this whole shit. You could change the way the government runs, everything. You could change the whole everything with 500 people ready to crash out. So I don't know if Sauce was telling the truth on that. I don't even know if he was trying to tell the truth. I think he was just being funny. I think he was being funny without being funny. He's serious, and he's serious, and he don't know the exact number. So he's saying 500 because it might be more than 500 because you gotta think. It's not just people he know. You see what I'm saying? Like, so a random arrive for Sauce. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might have a random dude in Houston somewhere don't even know Sauce. Ain't never met him a day in his life. Ain't never just ran into him at the store, nothing. Ain't never seen him in person. But a smacker nigga crossed the whole parking lot behind the nigga. So you gotta think, it's people out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so really, we got all these different theories, but really nobody really know what happened to that boy. What happened to that? Well, nobody knows. We can speculate and say, it was the other shooter. That's what I really think, it was the other shooter. But you got that theory, then you got the other theory. These are a few theories that have been thrown around out there on the web and all that. You got the one about the insurance league. They still trying to say Sauce had something to do with it on some insurance league shit. But that's dumb because if I'm doing an insurance league, I ain't finna do no shit to where y'all shoot me. So I'm gonna get shot in this league? What the fuck? Nah, he could have died. That could have hit the femoral or artery, and he could have bled out and died. Just like not Metro Boomin, Scooter. Just like Scooter. That's what happened with Scooter. Scooter hit the femoral artery. Yes, you can bleed out fast when you hit that. You can hit that and bleed out and be out of there quick. That's almost like cutting your neck. That's almost like cutting one of the blood vessels on your neck or something damn near. Probably worse, actually. Because your legs got more muscles and shit in it. Denser muscles than your neck. So you cut your neck, the blood might come out slower than you cut that femoral artery. I don't know, man. And then that shit sound fishy too, though. That whole story about how Scooter died. They got the 911 call going around on the internet now, and it's the girl. A girl did exactly what everybody said. she swatted him. She called the police and said they had a girl kidnapped over there. You can find it on the internet. I need to find a little recording or whatever. But yeah, she said that they had a girl kidnapped and they was doing this and doing that, and when you know he had her outside beating her up, and she was bloody, her whole head was bloody. She was saying all kind of. You could tell anybody with any fucking a nickel bag of goddamn sense can tell that she was on some bullshit. When I heard her talking, to me it sounded like somebody trying to make up some shit to get the police to go over there. To me, it sounded like just like what it was, some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? How I think the laws probably just be so gun happy and so ready to fuck over a nigga, especially if they got any type of money or any type of success. They be so happy to fuck that over. They'll just pretend that they believe whatever the person talking about, or whatever, just so they can go over there and fuck over shit. Now, with me saying that, I can't blame nothing that happened on the police. It's all alleged. Cause we don't really know what happened when he took off running and all that. We just going by whatever the police said. The police said that he cut his leg or whatever. We don't know if that would happen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got a backdoor cam or something, or a cam they got on their back porch or something, and somebody camera caught that shit. So that's what they need to be trying to get hold of. Whoever camera really caught that shit. Somebody camera caught that. Whatever happened to him, it's too many cameras. Somebody's camera caught it. I personally think, what do I think? Do I think it was foul play? Do I think the police were involved with his murder? I think the police played a part, but it wasn't a. It's like, okay, like this, for example. Somebody asks you to borrow your car, you let them borrow your car, and then they go run somebody over and kill them. Were you a part of what they had going on technically, or kind of, sort of, you were, but not really? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think dude got took out by the other shooter. That's what I honestly believe that. I think the other shooter popped dude and just went on the run or whatever, or just stayed on the run. Now how he got in Houston, that's a whole nother issue. That's what makes it look like Sauce and them might have had a hand in it. I'm not saying they did. Like I said, I don't know what happened. But the fact that it was in Houston, and on the cool, I'm starting to think that maybe the other shooter probably drove there. They probably drove down there to Houston. He wanted to make it. He probably did that in Houston to make it look like it was tied to Sauce. You see what I'm saying? He probably whacked dude down there, and then that way it would look. We would be questioning: is it just like everybody doing now? Questioning, trying to figure out, is it tied to Sauce? That's probably was part. If he's smart, he might be smart because he did have a mask on. He did go hit. He went straight to the target. Regardless of all the adrenaline pumping, the whatever's going on or whatever, he went and got the target. I'm not saying none of this is good. I'm just saying this is what happened. So he had a mask on. He was keeping his mask on throughout the entire lick. So what I'm saying is, he's a thinking man. So he might have thought up a plan to, you know, get dude out of there. Shit. I don't know, man. Like, this is all shit I'm saying is all allegedly though. I don't know what happened. I'm just reading what, like everybody else. Reading the videos that's coming out. I mean, not reading the videos. Damn, reading the videos. You can't actually read the videos. Some of the videos do be having words and shit. But I don't know, it just sounded weird when I said read the video. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's what we in now. We in the time of reading the goddamn videos. Nah, but shit, I think, like I say, that's what I think happened. You know, and I think too, something I was thinking about earlier is like how what do we like how what do we do to keep these youngsters from crashing the fuck out all the time? Like, what can we? It's got to be a thing we can do. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to figure something out. Like, there's rules in the black community that we stick to. Even when we are horrible people, there's still certain rules that we stick to in the black community. Like, for example, um, don't beat up your grandmama. You know what I'm saying? How many black people, black men or black women actually have beat up their grandmama? Probably, it might be one or two crazies in the whole, existence. But I'm saying for the most part, that's just something we don't do. We got our rules. Our rules is we don't beat up our grandmama. We don't beat up women, period, but we don't beat up our grandmama. We respect our grandmama. We don't beat her up. That's something we just don't. You don't even. You don't even make her feel like you getting tense with her and upset or nothing like that. Why can't we have those same level of standards for other things, like not smoking each other? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that. How come that can't be that the not smoke each other rule? How come that can't have as much power as don't beat up granny or don't snitch or don't whatever we supposed to not do? Why can't the don't kill each other message? Why can't it be as powerful as any of those other things that we actually honor those things? A lot of those things I just named, we honor those things. Nobody talk crazy to their granny. Who talk crazy to their granny? Who in the black community talk crazy to their granny? You know what I'm saying? Fuck going even anything past that. Let's just talk about how you talking to her. Who talk crazy to their granny? You rarely gonna see that in the black community. So that's what I'm saying. That's a rule that we stick to. Even like the killers, even the little young killers, they don't even talk crazy to their granny. They talk crazy to the niggas out on the block. As soon as they go in the house with granny, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So if we all can agree that, to me, that just says a thing. That says, okay, we all can agree on something. There's certain things in morality that we all can agree on. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, how do we put don't kill each other off into that morality book? And why is it not already in there? That's the questions. How do we put that motherfucker into the book of non-motherfucking activeness? You know what I'm saying? How do we put that in the book? And why was it never in the book in the first? Why is that not in the book? Why is that not one of the rules? You know what I'm saying? Like don't snitch. Okay, where's the flip side? There's no polarity to that. There's no negative, positive. It's just don't snitch. Well, what about this? What about that? It has to be some like. So I don't know, man. I feel like we be honoring some stupid shit. And as black people, we honor a bunch of dumbass shit, and that's why these young men be crashing out. Cause a lot of them just don't know no better, so they just going with whatever the Matrix talking about. The Matrix talking about sliding and riding, sliding, getting bodies, all this type of shit. So if you don't have no type of grounding into nothing else, you gonna fucking think that's life. It's just talking about a bunch of dumb shit all the time. Talking about sliding on each other all the time. Talk about doing this, all dumb shit. The whole thing, everything dumb. So you gonna get stuck on that without anything grounding you. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta have something grounding you outside of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of our young men's problem. They don't have nothing grounding them outside of the street shit. The street shit is what's grounding them. So if you grounded in street shit, you gonna be a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to be there or not. You might not even want to be. But you just grounded in that. It's like training in the dojo. You know what I'm saying? If you train in the goddamn Kung Fu dojo, guess what you're going to do? Kung Fu. If you train in the goddamn Tai Chi dojo, guess what you're going to do? Tai Chi. If you train in the goddamn hood dojo, guess what you're going to do? Hood Fu. I don't know what you call the hood version. Boxing. Hands. You gonna learn hands. That's the hood version of Kung Fu. It's called hands. nigga, nigga, I'm a 3rd-degree black belt in these hands, nigga. How come everybody that always talk about how good their hands is can't fight? Have you ever noticed that? Anybody that if you everybody get in a fight and a nigga start telling you how good his hands is, you finna get you a win. You already know you finna get you a win. Soon as if you get in a fight, if a nigga start talking about how good his hands is, or anything, you just start talking about anything for the most part, but especially that, it's over with. Just go on punch him out. Go on punch him out. He's there for it. go on punch him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, man. It's like every time we turn around, there's a new situation. First, it was the Ronnie situation. I mean, that ain't first, but I'm saying that kind of cracked off the summer. First, it was Lil Ronnie and his baby. And then, I don't even want to start naming them because I don't want to seem like I'm naming them out of order or any of that because I don't know how the order they was. None of that. I'm just saying it was a gang of motherfuckers, though. Already. That shit is crazy. And I went and looked up, I'm going to do a video on it. I went and looked up the stats on those on those plane crashes. Was anybody aware that there's been 94 total mishaps? 94 total mishaps. 13 of those mishaps actually caused crashes. So there's been 13 crashes, but there's been 94 mistakes. I don't know what they're calling them. I didn't go that far into it. I don't know exactly what they're calling a mistake or what they're calling a mishap or whatever. But there was 13 plane crashes within in the last, I believe, month or 2 months maybe. Like 13 plane crashes. 13. Can you believe that? Before, it was a thing if a plane was even getting turbulence. Like planes usually didn't crash. A few planes didn't crash, but I'm saying for the most part, that's not a thing. Planes crashing like that. So when 13 planes crash back to back to back to back to back, that shit is crazy. I'm gonna go read up on the story. I'm gonna tap in with a little more details on this stuff. But that's wild. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a earthquake in Thailand. That's scary. Could you imagine? You live in one of them high rises, because it seems like everybody out there live in a high rise. So you live in one of them high rises and all that, way at the top somewhere, and all of a sudden an earthquake. You going through an earthquake. What do you do? What do you do? You going through an earthquake. You on the 50th floor. What do you do? I'm gonna have a parachute. If I stay in a hotel like that, I'm gonna get me a parachute. If I stay in some high rise like that, I'm gonna have me a parachute, and I'm gonna jump off the top. I'm gonna go to the top. They're gonna be like, "Why you going up? You need to be trying to go down. Why in the hell are you trying to go up? It's an earthquake going on. Everybody's trying to evacuate. You going up. I'm trying to evacuate too, homie. Don't worry about me. Save yourself." I'm going up because I'm finna jump off the top of this bitch with this parachute. That's why. I don't want to go down. I don't even trust this building no more. I'm finna go up to the top. It's a shorter distance than going to the bottom. I'm sure not finna get on the elevator, and then the earthquake knock it to where it ain't even functioning at all. Now you stuck on the elevator in the middle of a earthquake. Hell no, I'm good on that. I got this parachute. I'm finna jump off this bitch. That's what I do. If I was in a high rise, I'd keep me a parachute handy. A halo parachute. Not no static line parachute. A halo parachute. I keep that bitch ready. Straight up. Because one of them buildings out there collapsed. I don't know if y'all seen it on the news. One of the buildings out there actually collapsed. There was another one, had a swimming pool on the top, and the water out the pool was like rushing over the side. Like it almost looked like they had a big giant glass and they were just pouring out water. It looked crazy. I couldn't imagine living in there. I lost my mind. And then I hate those apartment buildings anyways. I hate those buildings where you got to go inside of there. And I'm country. I like having a house. I want to go in the backyard and barbecue. I want to cut the grass. I like having a house. I don't want to be inside. I feel like them apartments that's got the apartments inside, to me, that feel like a luxury jail. Like, to me, that's how jail should be. More like those luxury apartments, where the apartments are on the inside of the big high-rise building and all that. To me, that's how a jail should be. Like that. Instead of all torture chamber and all that. Why is it torture chamber? You're already getting tortured enough. Getting taken away from your kids and all that. That's enough. You getting taken away from your kids for years. You ain't even gonna. They taking away. You ain't even gonna get to raise your kids. So they taking away you raising your kids. That's enough. I need to get tortured on top of that too. So you making it to where I'm not even gonna be able to raise this. Another nigga probably gonna be calling my kids gonna call another nigga daddy. So you making my situation like that. And I gotta also get tortured too. That's crazy. Now I can see if you did some heinous shit, but like just regular old criminals, drug dealers and stuff like that. Nah, that ain't for them. That ain't for that. To me, only people that should be in the penitentiary is people that violate other people. Anybody else should basically just have to pay a fine if they do some illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a fine. Like if you selling drugs, you get caught, you just got to pay a fine. So they basically just want they cut. Basically, that's what the fine gonna be. They cut. And you know how they gonna put their tax on it. You know how the government do. So it's gonna be like if you sold, let's say you sold 100 pounds and you made $50,000. They gonna say your fine is $57,000. You know what I'm saying? So now you gonna have to come up with that 7,000. That's how they gonna have you doing community service and shit, all kind of shit, trying to come up with the 7,000. That's how they backdoor you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Nah, man. Rest in peace, Sayso P. You know, I don't know dude and them, but anybody get unalive, which what seems like for nothing, which may or not have been for nothing. I guess we will not know. Just another one of them things that happens out here in this matrix. People be losing it. People be losing. You gotta have lost it. I be thinking about that too. Like, damn, these young men, they be doing all this stepping and all that. They gotta be done lost their mind and shit by now because who wants to go sit in some fucking cell and fucking... You know what? A lot of them ain't never even been through that type of shit before though. That's what they saying about the Sayso P shooter. They saying that he ain't never even been to jail. They say he been in jail for a ticket or something. That's it. So he ain't never even experienced. He out there shooting up shit and doing all this wild shit. Ain't never even experienced what happens when you get caught. That's a whole nother ball game. Once you get caught, the stakes done changed. You ain't got no gun, so you can't be the shoot 'em up man. If you ain't got no money, if you got money in jail or prison, if you got money, you good. But if you ain't got no money, you gotta either be in a gang, have a whole bunch of people, got your back or whatever, or you just gotta be shit. You gotta make an example of a few niggas or something. You gotta do that in jail too. I mean, if they just on you, probably the difference between jail and prison though. In prison, they probably on your bumper though, really, because they finna be in there for a minute. They know you finna be in there for a minute, so they finna try to get whatever they can get. So in jail, everybody's trying to win. Everybody trying to win. Everybody trying to get out of jail still. Trying to make bond or tail or whatever they gonna do. They trying to get out. Dude had a short life. I don't even think he was that old. He looked young. And these youngsters be trying to make fun of us. They call us old and stuff now. Now I'm almost 50. They call us old. But, boy, if you knew all the shit I've been through, if you wouldn't even last. Most motherfuckers, and I'm not kissing my own ass, but I'm kissing my own ass. Most motherfuckers can't walk in my shoes. It ain't that they didn't walk in my shoes. They can't. You know what I'm saying? It's not even capable. They don't even have the mental fortitude, the physical fortitude, or nothing. They can't walk in my motherfucking shoes. Straight up. Like I say, rest in peace, Sayso P. Sauce, you looking like a boss out here. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, I don't know if y'all did it or not. Somebody done got old boy out of there. Might just been on the love, too. A lot of people ain't thinking about that. Sauce got so many people that fuck with him. Somebody might have did that shit just on the love. Just on the strength of it. Just seeing the nigga walk into the store or something or whatever. And just put in work. Shit. For Sauce, everybody knows Sauce got shot. So, if that's somebody that loves Sauce, one of his relatives, anything, that's Houston. You think Sauce ain't got a bunch of relatives all around him? Not just the street niggas. He probably got a bunch of relatives all over the place and stuff too. Sauce probably thick up in Houston. You know what I'm saying? He probably got a bunch of people everywhere. So, I mean, but at the same time, I feel like, I don't know if they would have found dude that quick. Because I don't know. I mean, but he is kind of slow though, because why he taking his mask off? So maybe he was just doing some stupid shit. He might have half-assed not wanting to even do it no more. He might have been trying to change his mind at the end or something. That might be another reason why they got him out of there. I don't know, man. I think all y'all should just stop stepping. You know, figure out another way to make some money. Figure out some way to make money on YouTube, on social media somewhere. It's a bunch of different ways. Figure one of them. Get out the streets. Pay your bills with that money. Grow from there. But all this street shit is leading to nothing. It's leading to a big old ball of nothingness. Just steady riding on each other and all that. And it be tension too. Like when you go out in public, you see another black man, a lot of times it be tension for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know the nigga. It just be a little tense moment. And it's weird because y'all ain't the only ones that peep it. Other people that's around also peep the tense moment. You can if you just pay attention. Especially if it's real deep if you go like in like the white part of town. If you go to the white part of town, let's say you stop and get some gas at the store, right? And if another black person you see you, it's up. They super bougie with it. They super bougie with it. They on some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Nah, man, I'm babbling and shit. I'm going all off in the tangents. What I really came here to talk about was the Sayso P thing, and also the pastor that was begging for money and all that. I thought that was kind of crazy. Like, how in the hell? And then people, they gonna give them the money too. To me, that's the stupidest way to invest your money, is in religion. To me, it's not no worse other way to invest your money. That's like the worst investment. You don't get no return. What's your return on your investment when you invest into the church? The church ain't helping people and doing no food. They ain't built no child hall or nothing. They not helping people. What are you paying for exactly? This nigga to ride around in luxury and shit? Like, what are you really paying for? This big ass building y'all done put us in doing this worship and all that? I feel like we can go to a park or so we can cut that from the expenses. We can just go to a park or something. We'll be close to nature then. And then think about this. Why is being religious so far away from nature? Does that make sense? Like, that if there was a God, does that make sense that the religion is far away from nature? Cause wouldn't that, if there was a God, don't you think that God would represent what we call nature? So I don't know. Another day, another dime. I ain't gonna lie, I was getting at the bread today. Still ain't shit though, because I need to get 7 sources of income. They say the rich folks say you're supposed to have at least 7 sources of income. That makes sense too though. I mean, I don't think you necessarily have to have 7. You can have 7. 7 is good, but I'm saying, I think if you got three good ones though, not ain't none of your source of income no BS. 3 good sources. Like, for example, I might have YouTube. Also, along with YouTube, I might have a TikTok that's making money. I might have a Facebook that's making money. I might be doing deliveries. So all these different things are sources of income. If you want to be rich, the rich people say you should have 7 of those things. Preferably none in which you got to work for. You got to work to achieve. I don't mind doing a little work. I gotta air this bitch out. Me and Dose been moving tires all day. Shout out TSF and the Sauce family, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Sayso P. Somebody Media. I'm out.